Hey guys, good morning. Happy Aloha Friday. I wanted to update you guys on Jahnay Bryan's case. Jahnay, her sister, had made an appearance on News Nation yesterday, so let's get into the video.
It has been more than 4 weeks since 23-year-old Cornell graduate Jahnay Bryan was reported missing by her sister. The family is worried that she may be in urgent danger. Her sister's going to join us in a minute, but this is a serious missing persons case you might not have heard about. It's getting a fraction of the attention and coverage we've seen, for example, compared to missing Hawaiian woman Hana Kobayashi, who it turns out wasn't even really missing. Jahnay was last seen the morning of October 16th near the 2000 block of West 8th Street, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. This young, beautiful woman graduated from Cornell University last year, moved back home with her mom in Pennsylvania. Over time, Jahnay slowly lost touch with people she was closest with in her life, which was concerning, given Jahnay had previously shared a fear of something happening to her. So in April, her sister had police perform a wellness check on the home she was living in with her mom. Police didn't find anything wrong. Jahnay and her mom were there. But in August, Jahnay apparently emailed her ex-boyfriend saying, "Gone for the last few months, back moving to a new city Monday, bye." Months later, she seemingly sent another email to him writing, "I think we should get married and I think we should work in industry. I was just in contract with the commissioner of the Department of Water Management in a city. It's a brilliant idea." It's sort of an unclear email. But that was Janay's last known communication. It's also the same day she was last seen. Jahnay was reported missing on November 13th, shortly after the LAPD issued what they call an ebony alert. The family very concerned for her well-being. Joining us now is Janay's sister, Jahnay Bryan Gooden. Jahnay, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so what do you know? I mean, here we are 4 weeks later. You reported, more than 4 weeks, you reported her missing. What do you know?
Yes, thank you for having me. I want to say that I know a lot, and I have essentially spent all my time, as well as with her friends, putting together a master timeline, trying to make sense of what's going on. And at this point, to know that it's been more than 2 months, it is incredibly tiring and frustrating that no matter how much I know, it seems like it's incredibly slow to move on getting any proof. For example, I know that my sister has now been spotted over 9 times in the LA area. People have confirmed and accurately described her. They've described what she's wearing, and every time the description is consistent. I also know that the places my sister was last seen, there's actual CCTV footage, and I have requested from the detectives to access that footage. And so I haven't received any update in regards to looking at the footage. I don't know if they have been successful in receiving the footage. It got to one point where I thankfully had time to go to LA with the support of Black and Missing Foundation, and I stood at the same block that my sister was reportedly last seen at and last staying at. And I looked up and there's a camera. And so I said, is there a way that I can get this footage? And thankfully, the manager at the store said to me, well, if the detectives request it, I have no problem handing it over, right? Which is, we're fortunate for that, because oftentimes people say, look, our footage ends here, right? Like, this is the window we have. So to know that he was willing to give this up, I clung on to hope. And so I reached out to the detective on my sister's case and I said, hey, is it possible you could review this? And then she said to me, we don't have the capacity to look through all that footage. So I need a specific time. I need a specific day. I need to know what she was wearing. And I don't know any of that because I don't live in LA, right? And I wasn't the one that saw her.
So let me ask you this. We covered this case of Hana Kobayashi, and my point in introducing this segment is to say that, there's no reason this case shouldn't be getting as much or more attention than a case like that one got. But in that case, it turned out she had just left on her own volition, right? Are you confident that she didn't just leave and just, want to go and start a new life or move on, et cetera?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if I'm being very honest, initially, I figured, okay, maybe my sister and my mother were both starting a new life. And so I respected, the time that they needed and whatever was happening. But what's incredibly odd and where I am confident is knowing that my sister had a podcast. She was on social media. She had LinkedIn, right? And especially when we think about that she had just graduated from Cornell and had all these ambitions, it is incredibly unlike her to just completely go off the grid. And so that, as well as a call that was received that really kind of put more fire under my feet, was indicating that my sister could be in danger. And so I did share that with the detectives. And those two things I am certain of, right? That she was definitely staying with someone who could put her life in danger, and also that it is very unlike her to just disappear off of all social media platforms.
Well, I think that the point you just made there is an important one, that she's apparently, at least a witness indicates, with someone who may have put her life in danger. All right. Jahnay, Bryan Goodman, we put out the word, we put out the pictures. They've been up throughout this whole segment. So if anyone has seen her, please make the call. That is, the number is up there on the screen, and there it is. So good luck. We'll be following the story. Thank you so much for taking.
Okay, guys, so you heard me talk about Jahnay before, and as well as my discussion with Janay's sister, Jahnay. There are a lot of details, as you guys just heard her talk about in the News Nation interview. Some, obviously, that can't be released to public due to safety and privacy reasons. Possibility that Jahnay could actually be in danger. Here's a timeline of events so we can kind of review it again. May 2023, she graduates from Cornell and moves to Pennsylvania to live with her mother. The next year in April 2024, there was a welfare check performed in Pennsylvania and confirmed that mother and daughter lived at that address. August 1st, 2024, emails X and says she will be moving to a new city. October 16, 2024, she sends last email to X that they should get married and work in industry, full of grammar errors. Then again, October 16th, it was the last time being seen in LA. November 13th, Sister Jahnay files missing report with LAPD. And I'm assuming that there's a month break there because, Jahnay felt that, maybe they wanted to like restart their life and just kind of give them time and such, and, that such. But again, obviously it's very red flag and alarming that, Jahnay just goes missing like that, because she's usually not like this. And then finally on November 19th, Ebony Alert is issued by LAPD. So in that News Nation interview, we kind of learn a little bit more things, that Jahnay had been cited in LA an additional 9 times. Jahnay, her sister, has been trying to get the CCTV footage. I discussed that with Jahnay as well. Basically, with my recommendations, kind of like I told you guys upon my last conversation with her, is that I strongly recommended her to get a private investigator, on the case. And that way they could probably obtain that CCTV footage a little bit faster than working through LAPD, kind of as what we've learned through the Jahnay case, right? So hiring a private investigator would probably accelerate a lot of these things, which would help greatly. Obviously, there's a couple questions I, need to confirm, and I'd like to see too, is the email addresses that she sent her ex-boyfriend. What email address was this? And then what email address does she typically use? Are they different or are they same? Was someone writing for her? Did someone create a fake email pretending to be her? So those are some questions we need to kind of backtrack and ask too. And also with the mother too, and her appearances in LA, that was not really mentioned. Also, have they been seen together? Have they not been seen together? That kind of thing. And supposedly, Jahnay says at the end that there is someone that may know about her whereabouts, but the person that Jahnay could be with could possibly put her in danger. So as you guys know, this case does have a lot of details behind it, and that's why, per my last discussion with Jahnay, I could not reveal too much information out to the public because we wanted to make sure that everybody is, respects their privacy not only, but that there is a safety measure here too as well, that we could possibly be putting Jahnay in danger. So that is one of the main reasons why a lot of information cannot be released as of yet. But I did encourage Jahnay to work on a more updated timeline, even adding like an addendum about sightings that were possibly seen and where, so we could possibly get more eyes out there on the street that she typically has been seen on, requesting other CCTV footage that she could be seen on, inquiring with bus drivers, that are usually on that route every day. I believe it's the 205 route, that's on Vermont. So if you live in that LA area, downtown LA, let's keep our eyes out if you are out there, and just keep spreading the word about Jahnay and sharing her poster, her flyer, whatever forum you think would best be helpful. So we are still obviously looking for her. So, my video, I know a lot of people maybe misinterpreted my last video thinking that she was found, or might be thinking that, the search should be paused, but absolutely no way did I intend for that to be mentioned or felt that way about that video. So yes, the search is still going on for Jahnay Bryan.